channel and welcome back to my 12 Days of Christmas series. Today is our third video that we're posting and it is a makeup look. And it's very holiday-esque. As you can see, I have the lips, I have the eyes, I even have the ugly Christmas sweater on, so I am holidayed out. And yeah, that's kind of like the ish for this video. There's really nothing else that I need to share with you guys before we hop in, so if you want to see how to create this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So I think I'm just gonna do like a very basic holiday look. Brown, like smokiness up in here with some gold glitter, a deep vampy red lip, and just keep it simple. I actually have a Christmas sweater party that I'm going to with my boyfriend. It's for his work, so we're all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. Mine's from H&M. So I like to use this Makeup Forever primer a lot of times in the winter time because it is more of a hydrating primer, and I personally have pretty dry skin, and if my skin looks dry then my foundation is going to be cakey, so I like to use this one. If you want to go in with a pore minimizing one as well, I would recommend doing that. You can always mix and match to your skin's content, but I'm pretty dry in the winter, so I don't really need any of that. I do have some bigger pores normally in these areas, so I might go in there just to make myself extra flawless, but yeah, this is what we're gonna start off with first. To fill in my pores a little bit, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish. This one doesn't necessarily like fully fill in the pores, but it makes everything really nice and smooth in those areas. And I do tend to have some texture in those areas that I'm trying to fix. So I'm just gonna put that right beside my nose and on my forehead, just to make everything a nice, smooth base. So that part's done. I'm gonna go fill up my Juno sponge really quick and I'll be right back. So we're gonna use the Nars. We're gonna use the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation, and I'm gonna use the shade Punjab. Now, I've been having quite a battle with trying to match my foundation shade to my body because I self-tan, and hopefully this one works because I'm over trying to match my foundation and it's a pain in the butt. So hopefully this one matches. That's my shade, thank God, because I was so over trying to find a shade that matched. Like, honestly, I can't even tell the difference between my body and my like face right now. It's great. Now we're gonna go in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I'm using the shade Light 18. I personally actually don't really like this one. I know I did a first impressions video. I'll link that in the cards for you guys to watch if you're interested. Personally, for me, it's a little too drying on the skin, and I don't know, it's just like isn't working out for me very well, so I'm planning on trying either the Jouer concealer or the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'll probably do one of those, but I also find that I have a hard time picking out concealer shades too, because I know that they're supposed to be 2 shades lighter than your foundation, but it's really hard to kind of like determine, okay, like what shade is my foundation in comparison to the concealer. Does anyone else have these struggles? Because I feel like I have them way more than everyone else. So now that we're done with that, we're actually gonna go into the brows really quick. If you guys want a detailed brow tutorial, let me know in the comments down below. For right now, I'm just going to skip it because it takes a really long time and nobody actually wants to watch brows if I'm not going in detail about what I'm doing with the brows. So yeah, once you see me back on camera, my brows will be finished and then we can get straight into the eye look. Okay, the brows are on, and I always feel like I look like a crazy person when I have my brows on and then nothing else done. Before we actually continue with anything else, I'm actually going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist quick just to kind of set everything in place because, like I said earlier, I have really dry skin, so I don't like to set my face with powder. I like to set it with actually a setting spray and then go in with all my other products, and I kind of press it into the skin just so that it all molds into one. Oh, I love this stuff so much. It just makes your makeup look like skin. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I don't really care for this concealer as a base to my eyeshadows. I don't care for it as a base to my eyeshadows, so I'm actually going to go in the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I'm going to use the shade Light 1. And as you can see, as I'm putting it on, like I said, it's a lot lighter, but I like the way that this one performs compared to the Colourpop concealer. So now that I have my base down, I'm actually not going to set it with my setting powder. I'm actually going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this shade right up here. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and pick up this color, and I'm just going to dust this all over to set the base. I'm going to scooch you guys in a little bit so that you can kind of see what I'm doing better with my eyes, and then we'll get started on the eye look. So now that you guys are a little bit closer, you can kind of see what I'm doing with my eyes. I think I'm going to continue using the Jaclyn Hill palette. First, I'm going to take my big fluffy brush again, and I'm going to dip into this yellower shade, and I'm just going to put this in my crease just to kind of get started. So now that that's laid in, we're going to do, I'm looking for some like chocolatey brown vibes. I don't really want to go too warm. I want to be more like chocolatey. We're going to go into this, it's kind of a warmer shade, but it kind of reminds me of like milk chocolate in a way. So we're going to go in with that. So now we're going to go a little bit darker. I think I'm going to still use this brush, and I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of this more tan shade just to kind of have more dimension in my look, but just the tiniest bit, nothing crazy. And then we're also going to pick up this more chocolatier brown shade, and I'm going to put this a little bit below my crease. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe M573. It's just a little bit more denser than the brush that we're using before. And I'm going to go back into that more chocolatey brown shade first. So right in here, and I kind of like to start patting first and then do small zigzag motions. So now that we're starting to get more of that chocolatey vibe, you get what I'm saying? I'm going to go back in with this and use a little bit of the shade we're using before, and then one that's a little bit darker. Now do you see what I'm saying? This is what I was going for, chocolatey. So now that we have the smokiness done with our eyes, now we can start to use the glitter gold and all that fun stuff. I think I'm gonna use this really gold bronze shade. Ooh, honey. I think I'm gonna use this, it's kind of like a bronzy shade, but it's definitely gonna lighten up the look. So we're gonna do that. Now I'm actually gonna dip into the Kylie Loose highlighter. It's in the shade Fiji. Ooh. We're gonna clean up the brown a little bit so that it still looks like a matte brown. And then I'm gonna do the other eye really quick with the same thing, and I'll be right back to finish the rest of the face. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Both of the tops of my eyes are done. Here's what they look like. I think they look pretty good, pretty holiday to me. So now we're gonna move on to bronzing the face, and I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs in the shade 102 Tantric Omega Bronzer. I did ask for the newer Marc Jacobs bronzer for Christmas, so we'll see if that appears in my makeup collection anytime soon. Such a beautiful bronzer, I love it. Like, now for my blush, I'm going to use Becca's Amaretto. It was in the Prosecco Pop and Amaretto Duo. For highlighter, we're gonna use that loose highlighter again, but I want to use the Heaven's Hue highlighter in bronze. It's the putty highlighter, literally, that's what it is. And then I'm gonna go in with the Fiji highlighter, the loose highlighter from Kylie Cosmetics. Now we're gonna do the under eye bits, and we're gonna pick up that green shade at the bottom of the palette. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of mascara. Okay guys, that is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed it. I absolutely love just sitting down and playing with makeup and creating and then showing you what I come up with. It's honestly the best thing for me, and one of my favorite things to do is just sit down, play with makeup, see what happens, and I am super happy with how this look turned out. So, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button down below, as that lets me know that you enjoyed the video, and then I will continue making more videos like this for you guys. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, so that you can follow all of the other 9 videos coming out for 12 days of Christmas. Oh my goodness, guys, this is the best thing ever. Like, I haven't made content for you guys in a really long time since Disney, because I took a break and I got sick and there was school and everything, but now that I'm just like making all this stuff for you and all these videos, I'm having such a fun time with it. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see the rest of 12 Days of Christmas, and thank you guys again so much, and I wish you all a happy holidays. Bye guys.